Welcome to Useful Shell Hacks. This is the first episode, and I'm going to show you today something very useful. How to get the listing of any folder file structure that you have as a text file. And even better, as a text file that you can load in a spreadsheet application. How do we do this? So, you can take any kind of folder. Here is a folder with my slides in it. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to open a command line here for you to read. And there's the command ls for list, and it will show me what's in there. I prefer list long output, so it lists each entry, file and folder per line, and you see the file system metadata. Here's access rights, like this is a directory, read, write, execute, and so on. User group, size, date, time, and the name of the actual thing. So blue is folders on my system, and this is regular files. So here's a markdown file, another one, here's a text file. I would like to see all the files, like recursively from here on. Arrow up gives you the last command used, and as add R for recursive. So it goes through the tree of folders, and that was quite fast. Make this a little bit bigger. And if I scroll up here, you now see, okay, I got a listing. Now, I said I want to have this as a file. There's a nice thing on command line systems. This works on Linux, macOS, and the command is different on Windows. But in general, you can also do this on Windows. But I'm just going to show it you for POSIX systems like macOS and Linux. So I'm going to do the listing, and this greater than symbol says, whatever you write me on the command line, on the output, that I can scroll through here, you know what? Don't show it to me. Actually put it into a text file. Okay. Okay. Where's this file now? Here was in the folder Common Markdown. I'm here in, there it is. And this text file looks like this. So you've got quite structured stuff already, so it looks like it's a table-ish format. And so I can scroll down here. Voila! This is how you can create a text listing of any folder structure. But it gets better than that. I also want to have hidden files and whatever there is. So I add A for show me all things. This includes hidden things. Same, updated the directory listing, and now if I had hidden files in there, it's good. But I'm still not happy with the way date and time are formatted. In our preservation domain, it's always good to have a precise date. So there's ISO 8601, and ls, the list on Linux, can just produce this for me. How? So for any command, there's the manual pages. man, command, I get this. I know it's something with ISO. There we go. Time, style, full ISO. Copy. Leaving. Up, up. And now I add, just this. List everything in a long format, show all the files, even hidden ones, and format the date as ISO. I'll remove this to see where we are. There we go. Now it's month, year, month, day, hour, minute, second, milliseconds, and this plus something is the time zone. So we have a pretty precise date now. Good. It looks CSV-ish. Let's give it a try. I'm going to do the same. It doesn't matter what you name it. It's just easier if you call it CSV. It's still just text. There we are. Here's my CSV file. If I double click it, usually LibreOffice should say, ooh, it's a CSV. I know what to do with it. So the configuration dialog says, I know it's Unicode. Here you get a preview, but it's actually not expecting a comma. It's visually separated by space. And if I do this, you see it already splits it in columns. A few more steps for a perfect result. It looks nice already, but it's a bit torn. It seems it's odd because there are spaces, too many spaces. Look here. Here you see there's user space size, and here I have space. Now this confuses the CSV import. We're on the shell and we can connect things. So there is a command called tr for translating and deleting characters. It's able to remove or delete or squeeze. Squeeze repeats. I want to use tr to replace double quotes, double spaces to a single space. So I can use the space as a separator in the CSV. Pipe. This means the output of our directory listing is now, as we took it before and wrote it to a text file, is now put as input to another program. So we're like connecting things in a flow of data. That's why it's called pipes. One output flows into the input of another process or command. So tr, then we said squeeze, please squeeze spaces. Let's see what this does. Ooh, works. So you see now it's shifting it here, but I've lost my double spaces. Excellent. I've got my fixed timecode, got the double spaces removed, and now you can pipe that output like into the text file again. What does LibreOffice say about it now? There you go. This looks quite nice. Separator space. Encoding is okay. There you go. This looks nice and tidy already. I'm gonna add one more because in my cases here, there's no spaces in the file names. But if there are spaces in the file names, things may, well, we use spaces as separators, so they might mess things up again. Therefore, going back to my command, I add a Q. It says enclose all entry names in double quotes. How nice. Okay, wonderful. Because now it also understands that this status thing up here is one string, and all the file names, if we look at this in a text editor, here we go. Do you see the, I have to close this. So yeah, there you go. Every single entry is in quotes. So if there are spaces or whatever in there, it doesn't really matter. Now we have a stable CSV. Well, it's like this. Voila, you have a directory listing in a comma separated value. You can go on and do all kind of spreadsheet table food from now on. You can do this on any system, any Linux, probably Mac, on any file folder structure. It doesn't matter. Like you can, I use this literally to run over a whole server of several, like really several terabytes and beyond. It just takes longer to list and a large text file, but that's it. To wrap this up, summary of what I did. Here's the command. The $sign is just a prompt. It says, don't type the $sign. It says whatever it is, type this in the command line and it will work. List, long, all, and recurse, add quotes. Please print time and date, ISO 8601. Squeeze all the double spaces, and we're good. Save it to a file by using the greater than. You can use this for any, like literally any command. You can just go like list, whatever, pop this to a text file. And apply it to ours. It's like, this is the same as before, greater than, please write it to a CSV. Output, we've seen it before. That's it. This is listing a folder structure as a CSV. Goodbye.